Have to eat your vegetables.
It's the playoffs, baby.
It's the best. It's like you don't have to eat your vegetables. It's just the good stuff that you want, no vegetables.
We're just days into it and they've been out of control already. So much has happened that I had to make this video a couple days early. From insane hits, absolutely ridiculous goals, saves so out of this world it's proof that the aliens have already touched down, and just hilarious moments from both fans and players. But let's start with some of the nastiness, because we've seen some crazy physicality already. Now, you know we're in for a treat when they're talking before warm-ups even finish, and in Boston, it was Marchand and Domi going at it before the puck even dropped for game one. And this series has been crazy physical, as the first game alone we had 100 combined hits, with my favorite being Big Rig just benching Liljegren. So you knew Marchand wanted in on it. He just couldn't get that final push. Over in Carolina, it's Kotkaniemi with a thundering bucket-popping hit on Clutterbuck, and sticking to the series while Martin with a stronghold on Nason, who makes him flinch out of his skates. He's pissed about it and proceeds to get wrestled down. We also had Oshie showing Panarin just how much he loves him. That, or he was just straight up mugging him for some bread. And in Vancouver, it was Smith with a huge reverse hit on Juleson, as those skates got kind of up there. But taking a break from the hits, let's experience some Matt Rempe hockey. He got the chance on his first shift.
On the ice, his first shift.
Then immediately proceeds to lay a hit and get called for a penalty, which I loved this. He tried to hide on the bench as if they wouldn't notice his big ass. And early in the second, he scored his first career playoff goal. What a run he's been on. And running through some quick ones, we had Pasta with his little girl, a nice moment before the game. We also had Shesterkin's boy, cute as ever. Again, tell him, get in the net. The power that this kid holds. Oh, there's a sniper. You never know who it's gonna be. You hate to see it. Then we had Elias Pettersson with a wide open miss, and he almost can't believe it. But if this was bad, we had Cody Ceci with the mother of all empty net misses. Brutal. And how about that game 2 in Carolina? After the Islanders took a commanding 3-goal lead in the second, Frankie from Barstool Sports was absolutely loving it. And then it began. It started with 1. Then with just 9 to go, it was 2. And now you're scared. The goalie's pulled, and it's a tied game. Can it get much worse? Well, 9 seconds later, they scored again. A historic collapse by the Islanders. And I loved my boy Gensel giving it to him after he secured the empty netter. Speaking of wild games, how about that Avs-Jets game where we got this insane goal? It goes off the right post, then the left post, crosses the line, and hits the right post again and out. But Lowry knew it the whole way. And this is real footage of Forgiev. As the Jets faithful were absolutely savage.
The Jets had pulled the goalie here in Winnipeg.
But I mean, you outshoot the opponent 45-23, put up 6 goals on who the likely Vezina winner is, and you still lose? It's almost impressive. Then how about we show some personalities a bit? We had Hughes dropping his phone during media.
Thought I had a... Don't need that.
Trouba forgetting that we're in the playoffs.
Not the way you draw it up, but it's 2 points. It's not 2 points.
And Hyman scoring a hattie at home, which there was something like 1,100 hats thrown. So Hyman's response?
Oh, man. Good for the Oilers store. That's crazy.
Then we had Trevor Lewis, not exactly happy his goal got called back. Kuznetsov just playing games out there. I mean, did he forget we're in the freaking playoffs? And send some prayers from my guy Colton. I'm not sure he's ever going to be the same. In Boston, we had DeBrusk figuring out why he's so tired.
3 minutes of shorthanded time. Oh, wow, yeah. No wonder why I'm bagged.
And the most Matthew Tkachuk-selly of all time. But it wouldn't be the playoffs without some Canadian media BS. After Matthews scored what was a beauty of a goal and the game winner in game 2, here's the question he got.
And, was it worth the wait for your 70th goal of the year?
know how to answer that, honestly. It's,
I mean, come on. But with that, let's get back into that Boston Leafs series because it's just been nutty. Game 2, it was the mind games as Maroon and Reeves, like a couple of dogs, literally, marking their territory. But it was the first game in Toronto that was a real dandy as the first period alone had 60 hits. And it's been Marchand after Bertuzzi, his former teammate, as they've been at each other's throats. Non-stop battles on the ice as the two had to take a second to admire their handiwork. We also had Domi giving Swayman a bump, totally on accident, of course, which gave me major Sean Avery vibes, and you gotta love it. Well, unless you're Pat Maroon. Of course, he was furious. But speaking of goalies, how about we give our goalies some love? Because Thompson wasn't getting any in warmups. You're supposed to go easy on your guy. But Carolina certainly didn't give Sorokin any either. Apparently not giving him a chair to sit in for the entire first period. I'm not sure I believe that was true, but it's hilarious anyway. But what's been especially impressive is the insane saves we've already seen. Anderson got the first dandy right in game 1 of these playoffs on his back, keeps it out. Then Demko had an unbelievable stop in game 1 of their series. What a stretch, but he's now injured, so not sure that was worth it. We also had Bobrovsky and Vasilevsky with a goal duel for the ages in game 2 of that series, as this one especially, my Lanta, what a save. Truly, chef's kiss. And finally, it was McDavid with a sick pass, but Talbot with an even sicker save. God, I love what the playoffs brings out of these guys. And I also love what it brings out of the fans. We had these two miss prom to attend game 1 in Carolina. We had the cup lady over in Edmonton as, my goodness, what a commitment. That is seriously impressive. And then with a puck going over the glass in Boston, of course it went to maybe the one Leafs fan in the entire barn, as has anyone made sure this guy's even still alive? Speaking of Leafs fans, after getting a live update of game 1, he decided to cover up in shame. And lastly, with Mr. LTIR making his return just in time for game 1 of the playoffs again, of course he would. He scored the first goal of the game on his first shift back, so the Dallas faithful let him have it. To the extent that he couldn't even hear the questions.
First game back in 26, conditioning was going to be an issue. Is it at all?
What's that, sorry?
But yeah, that's about it for this week. I still haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do this during the playoffs as more teams get eliminated, but I'll make a video every time I have enough footage to make it worth it for you all. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you in the next one.